Hi, listeners. This is Heal the World with Selva and Priyanka, a podcast that reminds people that there are simple solutions for a big problem. We discuss serious stuffs in a lighter way.
We inspire people not to take their problems so seriously because when we are in a problem, we should look for a solution. With this, let us get inside of this and see what we have for you today.
And hi,
Hi,
Priyanka. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, great. How are you, Selva?
Oh, awesome, man. Go
Yeah,
ahead. And I
as
hope you have a
always,
lot
right?
to talk. You have a lot to ask, especially. Go ahead. Let's start.
Yeah, okay. So I want to play a rapid fire round with you, right?
Let's go ahead.
So, okay, fine. It's going to be fun. So, okay, you were kind of the first bencher student or the last bencher in the classroom
Come
during
on.
the
How?
college days?
Oh, let me you guess. How do I look?
Yeah, obviously the last bencher. Okay.
Can you put anywhere else except last bench, bro?
No, not possible, not happening.
Even if you
Okay,
put me
the
outside
next,
the class, still that suits me.
it is a rapid fire. I know
Peace,
you
bro.
are an outstanding student,
Yes,
right?
ching tamaki tam tam. Go ahead.
Okay, so the second question is that how big was your friend circle? Like less than five or more than five?
Five. Exactly five.
Exactly five. Okay, was it a
Yes.
mixed group of girls and boys, or it was just
Only boys. Come on. 90s kids, yeah.
okay, Mama Maruji. All right. So the next one. Okay, so now I want you to tell me, what is the biggest emotion, like the intense emotion that you felt during your college days? Like something that you really shaken you from within.
Okay, good. The emotions that could shaken me already happened in my school days. In yes, in college
Okay.
days, I should say I was quite matured. Not to handle those emotions, I can say avoiding those set of people.
You matured in college. See, things are not making sense to me right
That
now.
makes sense to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Go
like
ahead.
I, I was avoiding those set
Interesting.
of people in my college days, but in school days, yes, lots and lots of emotions that could definitely shake me. And there were good number of emotions have been a barrier, belief system, part of my life as well. Yeah, that's right.
One,
What you
one,
said.
one. Tell me one. Tell
One
me one.
emotion, right? Great. Yeah, I could say kind of uh, low self-esteem could be one. If that is not actually suiting it, I would say rejection most of the time.
Okay. So rejection. I would like to uncover. This is interesting, right?
Ah, yes.
Tell me, yeah. Tell me the first event that comes in front of the flashbacks in your eyes that okay, this rejection was really kind of you know
Okay. I should say this, right? Good number of times I got rejected just for being myself. And
you're still yourself, right?
yeah, I hope you
That's
can
the
understand.
power.
I can feel like you're like, yes, for sure.
Okay. So
And-
come on. Rejection is a heavy emotion, okay? So do
True.
not keep on showing your teeth throughout the conversation, fine? Get into that moment, okay? Yeah, all yours. Tell us.
Okay, good. The first time I really feel this was I was studying in one school, which I don't want to mention there, and that was an Anglo-Indian school. Okay, so the culture was completely different. I can be myself. I can talk loud myself. I can use any words I want to. And don't assume that all the Anglo-Indian schools are like that, but the circle over there was like that. And then I went to another school which is quite nearby my house, and there I was trying to be the same person. I can be as I want to, like my walk, the way I talk, few set of words, they're like quite shocking the rest of the class. And they actually stayed away from me. The entire class stayed away from me. They felt like, oh my God, this boy is abnormal, something like
Wow,
he's not
that's very.
mentally, yes, normal, and his
They
attitude
got you
is not.
right.
What? You heard me right?
They got you right.
Ah, kind of, yes.
Okay.
Is
Yeah, sorry.
they felt his attitude is if we go get along with this guy, we might learn his attitude. So I was rejected on the very first day, the moment I went there to the school, and yeah, it was there, and it took few months for me to get those couple of people, and then I end up having those five friends with.
Okay. So, like, okay, I wanted to talk about this for a like bigger reason. The people who are listening to us, all of us, see rejection as a part of life, right? Every day we try to do something and we get rejected in something in some way or the other, right? So I want you to excuse me, to uncover this like into a couple of parts, right? So when what has exactly happened that you went ahead with, then you felt rejection, and what was that sinking feeling, and then how did you manage to like come out of it?
Okay, good. See, when we get rejected, then it happens two ways. Sometimes what happens, we feel like, okay, I too reject you people. Let me be myself. That is number one. And number two is like we do everything that could hurt ourselves or to impress others. And these two things. But my point was like, I was on the first thing, like, yeah, it's fine. People will set they have their choices. Let them be or let them not be. And apparently my subconscious mind was already started working to impress those people. It means I started adopting, I started learning a lot from them. And this is happens to be like survival of the fittest. You want to get to be there, then you learn their style and be right there. And after that is what I started facing the real rejections. I believe I am with them. I believe I'm
Okay.
one of them. I believe they are my friends. I believe being with them is fine. But many times I get rejected. It happens. Like I'll tell you, right? For example, sports day, cricket team, both the team. I thought both the team will be fighting for me to be a part of their team because both the teams of my friends, and both the teams rejected me when I was in my school eighth grade. Both the teams said like I don't want this guy. Like there are people inside the team saying that hey, he plays well, everything is fine, but he does a good job. But still, no, I don't want to win this match by that guy paying for us. This happened, and you won't trust if I say this. One time, school sports day and school culturals happens. Like do you remember that houses, school houses color,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
give
yeah.
color for teams and how, yeah. Yes,
Red, blue,
i
green.
was i was representing blue house when I was in my school.
Okay.
And supposed to be a group dance, end up me dancing solo.
Okay.
So this is the highness of that rejection I'm talking about.
Okay, okay, okay. So was it lonely or like you
I
you
know
started people
you're
pleasing
stepping
or
into my emotion now. Yes, go ahead.
yeah. So I was asking this that was it very lonely, and usually what happened if I put myself into your shoes, the next thing that I would start is people pleasing, right? To just fit in so that I do not feel that loneliness or I do not feel that, I am some alien. I also got alienated a lot of times, um, coming from a very small town of Maharashtra when I got shifted to Pune during my engineering. So the entire class was like super flashy for me. Okay, so I come from
Understood.
very what do you say, railway school. Come on, right? A government
Yes.
school. So we were not well versed with spoken English. We were not like, nobody taught us that you have to groom in a way, you have to walk in a way. Confidence is a thing. It was not
Yeah.
there. And when I entered into this college, the people from Pune and Mumbai and stuff. So the first thing was I started to shrink inside a shell, right? Searching for people who are like me so that we can, bitch about those people that they
Sure.
just do this and that. And then slowly I saw myself like trying to fit in, like whatsoever way, trying to be likable in a way. And then eventually I realized that in this process I'm losing the real flavor of Priyanka, right? uh, what I am. I was talking very limited. I was being this very studious, nerdy girl. I am a studious person, but yes, I did extra of that. Sitting in the classroom and stuff. So yeah, I saw myself like breaking that esteem and then reestablishing it again because of that rejection. So it is quite a journey, right?
True, definitely. And in my case, it was quite opposite because I started doing too much on my attitude. And
Yeah,
it
I
took
also
some
have this.
time.
I am
Yes.
like this only. I'll do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it took some time for those people to understand, like he is being himself. And sometime, and later I understood most of those people want to be me, want to be like me. I'll tell you this happened, these people were shocked when, for the first time, when there was a teacher inside the classroom, she yelled like, "Who banged the bench?" I stood up and I said, "It's me." Okay, and there was many other people doing it, and she was shouting for the rest of the period. None of those people stood up, and then I was taken to the principal office. I got punished or whatever. Like, see, you know why I got punished? I was not got punished for banging the bench. I got punished because I have guts to stand up and say it's me.
Yeah.
Like, how dare, without even fearing, you did this? Because see, that is how I was brought up in that Anglo-Indian school. You did something, you dare enough to
You
do,
accept it.
say that you do, like, then don't do that. It took some time for them to understand, like, this is how we should be.
Yeah.
And later, it took some time, like, then I got more people, like, coming, like, following us, are coming back to us. And this happens sometimes. Yes, being myself, talking what I have in my mind. It happens for me to adore some unparliamentary words also. And so being in school, like, it's quite common for me to talk like that. Yes, it happened. Sometimes, yes. And initially, people like, "Oh my God, he's a bad boy. Don't get along with them." I was like, fine, fine. And you won't trust, like, I don't think, if you, like, I studied like, almost 4 5 years in that school. Just two girls spoke to me the entire year. I mean, entire 5 years of my job. They already have assumed, like, this boy is this and we are not supposed to. And this is what I still feel bad for that, because do they really rejected me, like, without even anything, without even knowing me, without even,
Yeah.
like, they never spoke a word to me, like, how do you know what am I? And
Yeah.
that is a kind of a rejection. And yes.
And if I go ahead, like recently, I was talking to a friend of mine, and these things they really bother some people. Like in your case, you were standing at your place, and you somehow just survived that phase. It was not, it did not take you to the lowest of low in your life.
True.
Same goes with my case also. I was figuring out my way. I never felt like, this is something, this is end of the world kind of feeling. But these things do affect people. Like I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and we were talking about again the college days. So she said that, you know what, when like a group of five people we were, she said, Priyanka, when you stopped talking to me and you started talking to say some XYZ, another
Mm,
person,
mm, mm.
I felt like, you're doing it on purpose, and it was taking such a toll on me that I was unable to study. I was unable to
Okay.
concentrate anywhere. And this
Hmm.
is something I recently came across with a student also, right?
Oh,
A 10th grader unable to concentrate on studies because the best friend stopped talking to her and started
I
talking to
heard the,
someone.
I heard a lot of this. I heard a lot of this.
Yeah, this is a common thing, and I really wanted to put this up.
True.
So,
Actually, what
so
happens is, like,
yeah,
you initially you mentioned it like, I was able to make it up without this is affecting me. Actually, that's not true. See, there will be one spark in your life, right? One spark that
yeah,
will definitely bring all the emotions here. Just
yes,
imagine, I'm that is something which really means to me. My mother also saying that, like, why are you doing this? Why are you like this? Like, I'm feeling really ashamed of my son, kind of. At that moment, I will definitely feel bad. I sit, I cry. At this part of time, all these things come to a head. Whatever the rejection I faced in my class, in my society, by the teachers, everyone come to my head. It's not that I was able to make that without that is affecting my emotion. Like, I was able to be in front of them, uh, showing them that I'm not bothered about all this shit, but that do affect emotions. And
yeah,
let me be very frank with you. There are a good number of days in my life I wet my pillow with my tears. and the rejection was one of the reason for that.
But still, like there are different set of people, right? I
True.
understand that we have our own struggles in the path of the journey, right? But at the same time, we are not behaving as if the world has ended, right? I cannot
True.
study, I cannot play, I cannot talk, I cannot get up,
True.
right? But for some people, and especially like these days, the conversations that I'm having with principals, with different people, I'm getting more of kids who are very loosely grounded, and they get
True.
hugely affected by rejection, right? They get rejected by, project submit kya, the teacher has rejected their project. They feel like, uh, this is something they feel entitled, that if I am submitting a project, you
True.
should you should just accept it. So yeah, these are the things which are affecting kids. Choti, small, silly stuff. Friend not talking to me. I asked a girl out, she rejected me. I applied for a job and I did not get a call, right?
Mm, mm.
And an interesting thing is to navigate through this emotion of rejection. I've seen people taking like two different paths. One is that they'll start crying and cripping and stuff, and the other thing is they will start blaming the other people or the world or the system they put
True.
into
True.
for
True.
what has happened to them. Like a teacher accepted someone's project, they'll say that that person is favorite.
Mm, 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 mm. See, when one thing what we have to understand, like when people find something is soothing to them, we should allow them to go ahead with that. That is, yes, we cannot say that, yeah, blaming is not always right. Blaming is not always right. But my other point is like, why should you take the blame all the time?
So you say that soothing or keeping yourself calm has to be the first priority rather
Exactly,
than.
because yourself comes first there. Whereas others never mind you. That is rejection, right?
Okay, this is something new. This is something new. I want to hear more. Yeah. Because still up until now in my brain, I had this, what do you say, mindset that I should never be, I should be taking all to myself, right? I did something. I will always dissect every single thing that, okay, fine, I started from here, this happened and then this happened. I'll go through the entire journey, but I'll never say that it happened because of someone, right? So
Okay,
yeah, this
I'll
is
tell you
huge.
this, right? In the process of checking our own self, I can understand the checklist you're talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And we are human beings, not necessarily we have to be perfect.
yeah.
And there will be some flaws, and shortcomings in our own things,
Yeah.
what we have done. And imagine if that is really a blunder, you might reject your own self. Yes, I did this. That is why people. That's what I would like to say. Like rejection is something where others don't mind you, but whereas you mind yourself. Yeah, you look this something is really soothing you. You talk to yourself, and yes, that's right. That's good. That's fine. I'll tell you right what rejection actually feels like. I have seen my son. Okay, he was having a paper and a pen. I'm not talking now. Now he's in second grade. I'm talking about like maybe 2 years back. Okay, and he had his what to say, a paper with him, and he was doing like just looking at the paper, and he's like adoring it like anything. And then I was like, oh, what is he looking into? And then I got a paper, and I saw he have scribbled in the paper that nothing much. And then I asked my wife like, we have did you mention like what did you notice him like? And then she said, I'm busy. He came and showed that to me. I didn't mind him. And he went back, and then he sat on the sofa. That's what I know. And now he's doing this. Then I understood, okay, fine. His art got rejected, and he is acknowledging it. It is a
Okay.
very fine
That's
piece
good.
of it, yes. Like he's acknowledging it. Yeah, it's good, man. I did a good job. Yeah, he's acknowledging it. That is that is how you should handle that rejection in your life as well.
Okay. Yeah, a good learning actually. So yeah, you should not be just very self-critical, right?
True.
So yeah, I am a little more towards self-critical, I believe. Yeah, though I love
Okay.
myself very much, but yes, I get self-critical at times. I can see that because if that would be
And
me, I will look at that piece and I'll be like, how can I make this better? Who is the person I can go and reach out to learn this from, right?
true, that actually comes when you set your standards like that. That actually comes. If I draw something, I will definitely look into like how can I make it better. That actually comes. But when it comes to like also have to appreciate yourself for what you have done. I understand there is some room to improve. I understand that. But when
Yeah.
are you going to appreciate for what you have done? That paper was
Nice.
blank before you could touch your pen on that, right?
Yeah.
It was
Of
blank.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, you did
True.
something over it. Yes, there might be room to improve. Go ahead and do it. Nothing is stopping you. But also take some time to appreciate for what you have done. All the way you have come this, like you have reached this,
Yeah.
right? Acknowledge that. Cherish that moment, bro.
You. Nice. And if I like, I'll take this one point and let us spread it across all like usual experiences with people, right? So, for an example, if I talk about someone who's trying to get into a job for like a couple of years and getting rejected everywhere and feeling hopeless.
See, I will say nowadays no one is hopeless. I'll tell you why. Because once you registered in Nakuri, you lost the job after the interview, and even after a couple of years, the Nakuri will tell you that people are looking for you, and your
That's
resume is
true.
getting reviewed.
They will boost your esteem,
Yeah,
right? Don't
definitely.
worry.
Your
Okay.
resume is getting reviewed, and you keep getting, even LinkedIn does it. You keep
Yeah.
getting these kind of
You keep
messages and notifications. But let us talk about the business here. Let us talk about the business, right?
yeah.
See, when you get rejected for a job, and if that is your dream job, I will definitely say, don't give up. Go ahead and do it. And that is not a rejection, that is a feedback. Come on.
Yeah.
And that, or else at least you have to wait till the HR changes, the interviewer changes. If you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
feel
Let's
that
stay
person is
hang in a
rejecting,
little more. Yeah.
obviously, if you really feel that person is rejecting you, then you should find some other channel into the same company. Be very precise. And the path of getting rejected from a job is very simple because the reason for what they're rejecting, they alone know. They might have no fund to pay you, and you may be too much for them to play it to fit into the team. There are several other reasons where you can really feel proud for getting rejected there. And
Yeah.
most of the time, we always focus on the negatives, thinking that I don't think
Our
I fit right
shortcomings.
there.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. That is what. Uh-huh. So all the students or the graduates who are listening to this right now, please make a note of this that there is no issue with you, right? There are multiple factors which go along with this, and don't self don't be so self-critical. Get up and do it once more, right? Moving to the other scenario, right? Getting rejected by a boy or a girl.
Wow, that is
This is
really
something has to be addressed, right? Yeah.
definitely, and this is really really wonderful, right? And see, I just do remember the girl who made me to run to my house. I fell on my mother's lap, and then I wept for almost half an hour. And my mother never experienced this before. She kept on asking me why, what happened, all this stuff. But I was not able to, I don't have guts to say this to my mother. Like being a 90s kid, I know broomsticks are there in my house, bro.
That's
And I don't
right.
want to say, yes, I don't want to say this to my mom. But still, I felt like my mother might have really felt good because a teenager falling on my mother's lap and
Coming
then,
to,
yeah,
yeah.
for a while, and she might have definitely felt good at that moment. And I also, later, at point, like I felt really good for doing this over there. Like at least I have a lap to rest my head and to feel bad also. Yeah, fine. And when you get rejected by a boy or a girl, first of all, it is you have to understand there is no rule that that person have to accept you. Not necessarily someone have to accept you. Like
Exactly. Don't
when you
for
have
this.
a choice, when you have a choice to choose someone, and then propose that person, of course that person, so do that person, right? That person also have their choice to choose someone and all this stuff. And very importantly, science say this: when you don't like a person, when someone proposes and approaches you and you don't like that person, somewhere in bloodline, like we have no, see, most of the time we believe that we got evolved from monkey, or we got from all this life came from one life kind of a concept, right? And
Yes.
if that is the case, someone really rejects you, they don't like you, not intimacy, romantic feel never comes on one particular person, then there are good number of chances by bloodline you may be a brother or sister to that person. Like it
Nice,
goes,
huh?
yeah, yeah,
Nice
yeah.
theory. At least the thing that you said for rejection earlier, to soothe yourself. In Hindi we say खुद को खुश रखने के लिए ये ख्याल अच्छा है.
Yes,
This thought is good to keep yourself at peace.
yes.
Okay, right.
Just keep your hands on your chest and say, all Indians are my brothers and sisters.
This was good. This was really, really good. Okay. Actually, I'm that kind of a person that during my college days, if someone, say for an example, a boy proposed me, right, and I want to say a no, before saying a no the next day, the previous night I'll cry that, yeah, seriously, genuinely,
Okay.
I will cry that, okay, when I say no to this person, how will that person feel? But I cannot say a yes because obviously I cannot say a yes. I don't like that person. But yes, I'll cry. That type of person I was. And the same similar kind of thing, one of my roommates, she explained it to me. She said that, Priyanka, you're not responsible for other people's emotion. You cannot take it to yourself all the time. Otherwise, you'll end up hurting yourself, right?
True.
I was again. I used to enter into that loop. Na ki, did I say something? Was I more friendly? That because of me, this person is entering into kind of rejection, and I know that feeling is not nice. So yeah, I had this like quite a times when I used
Okay.
to feel so bad that how to say a no to someone, and when I get to know the other side of exactly the same thing that you said right now, she said that, Priyanka, you know what happens? Just look at a bigger perspective. You can see a lot of Indians doing suicide for actors and actresses, right? So
Yes.
if they
Yes.
will sit and start thinking about it, they'll never be able to put up their best show, right?
True.
So you should not let yourself consumed by what other people are feeling. So yeah,
True.
but this
See,
theory was not there, right? The brother sister theory. I would have said this now. This was so fun.
this is actually, yes, this is a kind of a theory.
I get a brother kind of vibe from you, dude.
Yes. And
Okay.
I thought all Indian girls know that. That's why they call, come on, brother. What, brother?
Okay.
Brother.
This is seriously so much. If we, right now, if life looks so easy at the hindsight,
True.
but when you are in that point in time, at that time, tyranny of different emotions. Um,
See, that is
Recently,
why we are actually talking this in this lighter note.
exactly.
Because, see, it's already there. We know that. When you
Yeah,
are in that position, it hurts. We know that.
it
Yeah.
hurts.
And it
Exactly.
happens, right? I do remember my WhatsApp status now. You know, uh, perfection cannot
Perfection.
guarantee
Yeah.
happiness, but some of your mistakes will make you smile. But later
Yeah.
point of time, yes,
Yes. That's true.
we laugh at our
And
own mistakes, right?
yeah, and we get smarter with those mistakes.
Sure, sure. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So all the people again who are watching this, see, rejection is going to be a part of time. You can part of life. You cannot skip this level, right? YouTube ad nahi hai that you can skip after 5 seconds. You would have to go through it, and the only way out of it is to go through it, right? You would have to
Exactly.
feel all how it feels. You would have to go through that emotional dance of crying and writing and venting out in front of someone, but yeah, be brave, be there because everyone goes through that, right?
Okay. That, see, this is, see. Rejection is a choice. Rejection is rights. Rejection is someone's rights. Okay, you cannot feel bad for someone being themselves. You cannot feel bad for someone practicing their rights.
Yes,
It's
yes,
not
yes.
necessary. No rules. Come on. Is there any rule that everyone should love you?
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
can you love everyone on this planet? Don't you hate your max teacher? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not
I know,
against
I
max
know.
teachers. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this happens to everyone. Like, you can reject someone. It's
Okay.
fine. How are you rejecting them, hurting them, and all is fine. That's all fine. But this happens everywhere. So that is someone's choice. That is someone's rights also. We have to respect others' model of the world.
Yeah, and take it a little light. Okay, coming to the third and the last. After this, we will wrap our conversation.
Yes.
How? How many times? Like this is the biggest question that I'm going to throw it on you. People self-reject their ideas, their opinions, their aspirations. They think it in their mind that okay, fine, I'll do this, and then the next moment, snap, they reject themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
See,
A
this.
theory for this also. Brother sister theory I want. I
Yeah.
want a brother sister theory.
See, this is
Okay.
actually happens by the society, bro. When you are too much depend on someone, and when you're too much depend on your surroundings, definitely this happens. I recently heard one successful businessman said this: "You want to become a millionaire? Don't listen to your parents." Yeah, he said that. That was shocking to the rest of the people. And he said that, yes, don't listen to your parents because they are not going to allow you to work hard. They're not going to allow you to take risks. You know, they want their child to be the kid,
You're
the
safe
baby, yeah, to be pampered and safe and all
to
this
be
stuff.
to be
And they're not,
yeah.
definitely, they cannot, they don't want you to go through that roller coasters part of life, you know. And don't listen to your parents. You want to become a billionaire, don't listen to your parents. That's what he said. And this is very much same for self-rejection as well. Most of the time, you believe the rest of the world and then you reject yourself. That's it. What is the rest of the world? Rest of the world is very clear because there is no necessity for them to accept you all the time. They have their choice and rights to reject you. And when you go with the rest of the world, you reject yourself. That is what actually happens there. And that is why I said, like, you keep yourself first. It's not selfish. This is
Yeah,
not selfish.
that's right. It's not selfish.
This
One
is
more
not
thing
selfish.
that just flashed in my mind. I've read this somewhere that people are so much consumed that if I do this, this will happen, and then this will happen, and then this will happen. They create this entire story inside their head, forgetting that they are sitting on one planet in a solar system in an
Yes.
entire universe. You do not have an existence, man. Right? You are
True.
such a tiny part of this entire world going around. Even if you go out and do the things that you want to do, and even if you flop, no one is bothered about it. Like,
Exactly.
stop getting consumed by this thought that everyone is watching you, right? It is not spotlights are there, no
True.
spotlights are there on you, right? Free
True.
yourself.
100%. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And this is something really, really like making people to stop them to give up also, you know, like if I do this by chance things goes wrong,
Yeah.
what might happen, all
What
this
will
nonsense.
happen? Exactly.
True, true. And we also have to advise the rest of the society all the time. Let us not blame what to say, the victim themselves. You know, we also have to the rest of the society. I'll tell you, bro. This starts from here. When a guest come to your house, let them have tea, coffee. They came to invite you for their marriage. Let them invite you for the marriage and leave the house. And have you ever? You cannot imagine a guest leaving your house without asking, like, where are your kids? And when your kids come there, they cannot stop themselves like which school, which standard, what is your mark, are you studying well, which school you want, which what is your goal, and all this nonsense. See, the
You've
point is
grown
very
fat,
simple.
thin, Indian.
See the comments, bro. See the comments. You've grown well, and already you're looking like your mother. Already you're looking into as height as your father. And see, these people have no idea what kind of impact this could create after these people leaving the house. See, very simple. What is your mark? And the child was not able to tell the mark in one particular subject. And the child was hesitating to say the mark. And then the guest is like, "Oh, okay, fine, have your tea, okay, coffee, everyone come to the function." They leave the place. Just imagine the father and then the son, the mother and then the daughter. Like, just imagine, like, next moment, what would happen? Father feels ashamed because my son was not able to say the mark to the guest. And then, see, not necessarily the father have to be ashamed, because I already said my thought to
Yeah.
you, like, yes. And then the father or the mother look at this particular child, like, look at yourself, what kind of mark.
The child himself or herself, they feel low. I recently came across one case where the girl said that I was so happy that I came second in the class. Right, I was so happy. My family was so happy, and the same kind of thing happened. A guest dropped in, and they had a tea and asked for children where they are, and hello, hi happened. And then this lady asked her, "Which rank did you get?" She said, "I got second," and she was so happy with that. She said, "Why not first?" And then she left
Uh-huh.
the house. And this lady says that this is the incident that happened when I was in grade 4 or 5 something. Till
Okay.
today, if I get something, the next line in my brain is, why did not you get that? Why this? Why
Okay.
not that? Why this? Why not
Understood.
that? So
Understood.
for a very long time, it had become my inner voice. She
Mm,
just
mm, mm,
hacked
mm.
my inner voice, and nothing
Understood.
was sufficient for me for a very big period of time.
True. And see, I grew up in a society where
Self-rejection.
I grew up in
Yeah.
a society where the results of the grade, used to come with the postcards, like,
Okay.
to your house. Have you experienced that, bro?
No.
Never. Oh my God, I feel very old now. Okay.
For us, it was internet. Internet was a thing then.
Internet is okay. Fine. See, as long as I was in sixth grade, then it is like go to the school and then see the list. That is all.
Yeah.
After sixth grade, that is the point. Okay. And I grew up in a place where the opposite door auntie shout loud my sister's name, and one of my family members have to come out of the house, and then she shows the card like this. Yeah, my daughter passed. Like, what about you?
Oh God.
Yeah, this happened. That's why I said, like, we should not all the time blame the victims. The
Yeah.
society also have to get some knowledge
Sense.
about this.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So, yeah, for all the people this podcast or this video is reaching, really, really, let us become more considerate about people. See, you have been through rejection, Selva, me, everyone has been through rejection. So if you find a student struggling to get through a particular class or crack through an interview or do just anything that the child or that person wants to, do not add up to the trouble, right? There is a
Yes.
very beautiful line in Bambi that says that if you cannot say anything good, do not say nothing at all, right? So
Okay.
keep mouth shut. If you cannot say anything good, don't say anything. It's fine. And every person has got their own journey. Some people,
You
how
prepared well.
I do. I feel so glad.
Yes.
Yeah, I genuinely want to say this to, as many people as possible. Let us be considerate, expand yourself so much so that if you touch a soul, that person should feel better than what you met them with, right?
True. Wow. Finally, for the society. Yay.
Exactly, exactly.
I
All
want
right.
to close this with one statement, bro. Very simple and very well known statement. My dear friend, let this entire world reject you. Like, don't give a fuck. You don't reject yourself, man. That's it. You go ahead. That's your life.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Okay, so with this, we have had a wonderful conversation, Selva. Actually, right? I
Yes.
enjoyed. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, issues, or something you want us to address in the next video or podcast, let us know, please. Right?
Yeah. She will give her advice now. You can write a letter to her.
Exactly. You can put down in the comment section
Okay.
on the YouTube, and the people who are listening to us over a podcast, find us on YouTube and drop a comment, right?
That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time being with you, Priyanka. Yes,
So,
that's great.
all right.